You can feel it. A little chill in the morning air, briskness against your skin in the morning. The lawn isn't growing as fast as it used to. It crunches a little more under your feet. Leaves on the trees are starting to turn different shades of color, away from the bright greens. School's starting. Hear the school bus engines roar in the distance. Everything, it seems, is slowing down a little, except one thing. It's a staple of this time of year, always has been. Sounds of grunts and growls, a lot of pushing and shoving, and absolutely no holding. Hard workers preparing for a job. A lot to do, a lot to show, a lot to prove. Hard lines, hash marks, X's and O's, a lot of film, and just plain old hard work. And they can use these lessons throughout life. It's the season we've all been expecting. Hello everybody, I'm David Sullivan. Welcome to high school football at Riptide on the River. We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the show, the Men's Mission Breakfast Club. Find out more here. David Sullivan and Bert Browne, welcome to the Bert Browne Show. And we're here at Riptide on the River, and we've got a nice fire going on behind us here. It is fall. And as we sit here tonight and tape this show, your team is coming off a win over Lafayette that has really put you in the driver's seat for the district this year.
Yeah, I mean, we are 2-0 in the district right now, and if we can pull a win off Friday night, we'll be district champions. And that's what I've talked to the kids. You know, I talked to them all year about, I felt like our football team, if we turned the ball over far too much early in the season, and I kept telling our kids, if we'll not turn the football over, we're going to win some football games and we can win our district. And so the last 2 weeks we've done a great job. You know, we had one turnover, fumbled a snap the other night, but we've done a great job with that, and we've taken the ball away from people.
All right. What about the development of your defense that you've seen?
Yeah. Well, our defense is starting to grasp everything that Coach Elkin is wanting them to. We've got a great defensive coaching staff. Adam Reed and David Brumley does an excellent job, and Chris Minner, Teddy Taylor. You know, those guys are great football coaches, and you know, Chris and Adam bring a lot of enthusiasm to our defense, and so our kids are just understanding what we want them to do defensively and just getting to the ball and getting after it.
All right, let's Lafayette game. It was a big night there, a lot going on, the pink night and celebratory. Let's kind of recreate that. We've got highlights of that game, and let's kind of start off in the first half and how you thought your team came out.
Well, in the first half there, I felt like we did an excellent job. We executed the offense. We had some big plays on them. Anytime that you can get big plays early in a football game, the momentum can shift your way. Much like, you know, Scott County got a big play on us early. Lexington Catholic got big plays on us early. So we're starting to get those big plays out of us instead of the other team, and our defense is starting to play extremely good defense to where we are limiting the big play. And we came out and just played an excellent first quarter, and you know, just held their running game down. I think in the first half, I think they had 77 yards, and we had 264 yards. So anytime you can do that, Hunter Allen made a wonderful catch and a run there, and I think we threw a touchdown pass to Dominique, and Hunter Stocker threw 3 touchdowns in the first half. So offensively, I thought we executed our offensive line did an excellent job, and everything was rolling there. And you know, you get some big plays, and your defense is playing great football, and you're getting turnovers. There's a lot of things that you can do.
The turnover ratio was certainly good.
Oh yeah, I mean, we have 14 or 15 interceptions this year. We had 3 last year. That's a tribute to our new defensive coaching staff and the things that they've done, and Adam Reed coaching the secondary and doing a great job with those guys. And so anytime that you can do that, I mean, 8 games into the season, we have, I think, 15 interceptions. And all of last year in 11 football games, we had 3. So when you can do those kind of things, it's just a tremendous thing for your football team.
When you hit that first half and got off to that kind of a start, was your team just overjoyed or overconfident in any way, or did you worry about the second half?
Well, yeah. At halftime, I came in there, you thought that we beat the Green Bay Packers for the Super Bowl, and our kids were going crazy. And you know, that's understandable, because Madison Central football's been down, and they haven't had opportunities to do those kind of things to people, especially a ranked football team like Lafayette that was 6-2, I guess, at the time, and we just manhandled them in the first half. And I go in there and I told our kids, I said, you know, I get excited too, but now we've got a whole half to play. We can't be in here jumping around like it's over, because you know, we've got to go out there. It's 26-0. They get the opening kickoff. I told them, I said, they get the opening kickoff, they go score, guys. Hold us, score again, an onside kick. You know, it's a game, and we've got to refocus and do some of those things. And you know, it's good that you know, we came out in the second half and left some points on the field, and there at the end of the first half there, they called us for illegal motion, and we converted a 4th and 12, and it wasn't illegal motion. Our 2 outside receivers didn't move when the ball was snapped, and the referee saw those other kids moving, and he threw a flag on our inside receiver on that side, and we converted a 3rd down, our 4th and 12, I think, or 4th and 10, to the 5. So we're going to score again there, and instead we're moved back 4th and 17. You know, it could have very easily been 40 or 33-0 at the half if that call was right. But that being said, you know, we left some points on the field in the second half.
All right, we'll talk about the second half. We'll be back with more from here at Riptide on the River. But right now, we're going to take a pause for some messages. We want to thank some of our fine sponsors on the Bert Browne Show, including Luxury Pets and Luxem Patterson Attorneys. We'll be back in a minute.
We'd like to thank our sponsors: Luxury Pets, the home of the happy dogs; the law firm of Luxon and Patterson; Riptide on the River Restaurant; Hopper's Jewelry; Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance, Richmond; Dr. Dan Sipples Chiropractic Healthcare; Central Bank; Williams Tax and Financial Services; Regal Beagle Downtown Richmond; ERA Professional Hometown Services; Hall & Sons Auto Care; Be a Children's Champion; Reynolds Plumbing; Skipworth Veterinary Clinic; Super Save; Sight Savers Family Eye Care; Mackenzie Morgan Music; Davenport Custom Guitars, your local repair connection; First Gear in Richmond; Guardian Bank, home of the $250 deal. Listen to the Bert Browne Show on WWAG FM radio, real country playing stars and legends.
Hello, I'm David Sullivan.
And I'm Tommy Floyd, Superintendent with Madison County Schools.
We'd like to introduce you to 2 new high school sports programs. Watch the new Madison Central High School Football Coaches Show with Bert Browne and the Madison Southern High School Football Show with John Clark.
The shows will air on Madison County Schools Channel 9 as well as Time Warner Cable Channel 5.
Get in-depth thoughts and comments from coaches and players throughout the season. So if you enjoy local high school sports and the value and character they build, join us.
Because every student counts.
Hello, I'm David Sullivan.
I'm Bert Browne, head football coach at Madison Central High School.
Join us throughout the high school football season for the Bert Browne Coaches Show right here. We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the show, the Men's Mission Breakfast Club. Find out more here. David Sullivan here at Riptide on the River with Coach Bert Browne on the Bert Browne Show. We've got more to come. Right now we're going to pause and take a look at this week's Student Athlete Showcase.
Close up. Pull.
My name is John Long,
And where do you go to school?
Madison Central High School.
All right. What grade you in?
I'm in 11th,
All right. How long have you been playing archery?
about 4 years, since 8th grade.
How did you get started?
My dad introduced me and my brother since we were very little, so this is about all we know.
All right. What do you like about archery?
It's a challenge, and I know I'm one of the few people that can actually do it, like successfully. I won for the world. I won a blue bow, a Andy Matthews bow I choose, 2 rail targets, a $2,400 scholarship to the Cumberlands, and my big trophy and plaque. For nationals, I got 4th place. I got a Morel target, and I got $1,500 and a shoe off, and I got medal and plaque. For region, I got 1st place. I got a medal for that.
And what kind of plans do you have after high school?
I plan to go to college for wildlife management, and hopefully I can do that for the rest of my life.
My name is Courtney Patton.
And where do you go to school?
I go to school at B. Michael Cottle Middle School,
And what grade are you in?
8th grade.
All right. Tell me how you got started in archery.
I got started in 4th grade. It was the school's first year, and I thought it'd be interesting.
Okay. Give me some kind of awards that you won as an individual and as a team.
As a team, we placed 3rd in the world. And I got runner-up in national overall, and I got overall middle school female.
All right. And tell me what you like about archery.
I like the competition, being able to meet new people, and the focus you have to have, and all the practice, and all your hard work. You have to work hard for what you get.
My name's Bradley Long,
What grade you in?
8th grade.
All right. How long you been doing archery?
Me and my brother, we've been doing archery for about 4 years.
All right. How did you get started?
Our dad introduced us into the archery program when we was little.
All right. And what do you like about archery?
It's fun, exciting, and you can meet new people. Like at World, you meet people from New Zealand.
All right. And what kind of awards, individual and team awards, have you won?
Team awards, at World we got 3rd place. Individual awards, I got 4th place in the world with a plaque. Regionals, I got overall male by beating my brother by 4 points, and I got a medal.
My name's Jason Mead.
All right. What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade.
And how long you been doing archery?
I've been shooting archery for 3 years now.
All right. How did you get started?
Back in 6th grade when the school was first built, I wanted to try out for the archery team, and I was successful in it.
All right. And what do you like about archery?
I like meeting new people from other countries and other states.
All right. Give me your name.
Sarah Lyons.
All right. What grade are you in?
I'm now in 7th
All right. How long you been participating in archery?
for 4 years now.
All right. How did you get started in archery?
My sister was in it, and then I decided to go in it, and then I was really good at it, so I decided to stay.
All right. What do you like about archery?
It gets a lot of stress out, and you get to meet new people.
Back here at Riptide on the River, I'm David Sullivan and Bert Browne. We're talking about the Madison Central victory over Lafayette. You've taken us up to halftime when your team came in very confident, obviously dominating that first half. You go into the second half. You'd cautioned them that they could come back. How did you think it all unfolded?
Well, it unfolded like I thought it might. They came out and scored, and the good thing about it is that we learned a lesson, a valuable lesson. We were able to, for that to happen to us, celebrate at halftime, and our kids were fired up. You know, as coaches, we meet right outside the locker room right before we go in and talk about some things, and so our kids are in there with our freshman coaches, and they were extremely excited about it, and so basically, you know, I told them, I said, now we can't be too overconfident, but it was a good thing that we learned a lesson there and still won the football game. You know, after they scored there, we played excellent defense the rest of the way there, and offensively, we had less than, I think we finished with 354 yards of offense and should have probably had 450, 500, and left several points on the field out there. Got the ball down to 5 and didn't score, and fumbled the ball inside the 30, I think, and fumbled the snap inside the 30. And so there were some things that we should have taken care of business, and it shouldn't have been even a close football game, because we were still dominating the line of scrimmage and doing some things. They had some excellent football players, and they get Carl does an excellent job over there. He's got them playing, and our kids were just followed our game plan, both sides of the football. We were much better on our kickoff return. We tweaked that a little bit, so our kickoff, so that helped us. But you know, they scored, and I think our kids kind of said, "Hey, you know, Coach is right. We need to watch what we're doing here." But they scored on an isolation play from about 30 yards out, or 33 yards out, something like that, I think. So I was proud of our kids, but like I told our offense in the second half, they didn't do anything different to us that we thought they wouldn't do. You know, at halftime or between series, I'm always over there going, okay, you know, I'm always trying to think ahead and think, well, what are they going to do to stop what we're doing? And, you know, I sit around my office a lot of times on Wednesday or Thursday night, and I'll go over some things in my head and on the board and say, all right, I think we can do this to them or that to them when they're in this set, this defense. So what am I going to do what are they going to do to us? What would I do to us to stop that? So I get up there on the board and try to draw some things up. But they really came out and did what they've been doing. And we just shot ourselves in the foot a few times there in the second half. And, you know, I felt like we probably left 30 or so points out on the field for the whole football game, you know. And but our kids are peaking at the right time and doing some good things. And it's exciting I'm excited for our kids because we worked them hard in the off season. And I think it's paying off for them, and they're seeing that. And getting to be 2-0 in the district and have a shot at winning the district championship, for this football program, where it was and where we're headed with it. It's an extremely big feather in our kids' cap, really, for the hard work that they've done and being able to sit here. But we're not satisfied. We've talked about that all week. We've got some aspirations to win the district and go on and play in Bowling Green. So you know, if we continue to get better, it's one thing that I think platooning has done for us. You know, we're practicing one side of the ball all the time. Most of our kids, we only start one kid both ways, and you know, probably our best defensive player, John Floyd, hadn't played the last 2 weeks, and we've done what we've done on defense without one heck of a defensive end, our anchor end, who controls that side of the ball, and he hasn't been playing because he had a deep thigh bruise, which is one of those freaky things, you know, you get. So, but I was excited after the win for our kids and looking forward to the next one.
All right, we've got more coming. We're going to talk about the special night it was on that Friday night for the Lafayette game. We'll be back with Bert Browne, reminding you that we want to thank all of our fine sponsors, including Time Warner, Cable Channel, and also Madison County Schools. We'll be back with more after this.
We'd like to thank our sponsors: Luxury Pets, the home of the happy dogs; the law firm of Luxon and Patterson; Riptide on the River Restaurant; Hopper's Jewelry; Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance Richmond; Dr. Dan Sipples Chiropractic Healthcare; Central Bank; Williams Tax and Financial Services; Regal Beagle Downtown Richmond; ERA Professional Hometown Services; Hall & Sons Auto Care; Be a Children's Champion; Reynolds Plumbing; Skipworth Veterinary Clinic; Super Save; Sight Savers Family Eye Care; Mackenzie Morgan Music; Davenport Custom Guitars, your local repair connection; First Gear in Richmond; Guardian Bank, home of the $250 deal. Listen to The Bert Browne Show on WWAG FM radio, real country playing stars and legends.
We've got more to come here with Coach Bert Browne. Right now, Bert, we want to stop just a minute and meet some of your football players.
Clay Jordan, linebacker.
Corey Lamb, guard.
Donald Lopez, special teams, DB, and receiver.
Bobby Lopez, O&D line.
Melvin March, outside linebacker.
Caleb McClary, running back and safety.
Tyler McKinley, center.
Jeremy Mead, tight end, defensive end.
My name is Christian Altamirano, and I play strong safety.
Darius Manor, wide receiver, cornerback.
Ja'Cory Mullins, wide receiver.
Taylor Nunley, right tackle.
Brandon Parks, left tackle.
We'd like to welcome a new sponsor to the show, the Men's Mission Breakfast Club. Find out more here. David Sohn with the Bert Browne, and we thank our sponsors as we get into our last segment of this week's show, including Luxury Pets and Luxon Patterson Attorneys. It was Pink Jersey Night. That's a very significant night and special night against Lafayette. I know it was special to you and to your football team.
Yeah, that was something that I did when I was at Perry Central, I guess 4 years ago, and I was reading a football article. I'd gotten on the web. I was trying to figure out, I was looking for some things, how to stop a certain play that a team was running that was pretty good. So I'd got on there and I'd Googled up football stuff, and I was reading this article, and Googled something else, and it popped up this article, and I saw a pink jersey. It said, team in New Jersey or Pennsylvania wears pink jerseys. I started reading that article, and the coaches, I think the coach's mother had died of breast cancer. And then he had some kids on the team that had been affected by that kind of thing. And so I read that article, and I thought, that's a good idea to really raise some awareness. We had a teacher there in our school that was a breast cancer survivor, and it was a scary time for her early the year before. I remember what a good friend of mine, that was his girlfriend, and I remember what they had to go through. And so I thought, we need to do that. And it was a good thing there. And then, I was talking to our Booster Club president, Tim Gross, earlier in the year, and I said, I want to have that a breast cancer awareness night, and order pink jerseys and get sponsors for them and this, that, and the other, and let the boys, if they bought their jersey and they got sponsors for their jersey, they could put whoever they wanted on the back of the jersey, and we had several guys did it. Jamesh Chenault's mother died of breast cancer. I know there was a big article in the Register in the Lexington Herald about that, and John Floyd's mother's a breast cancer survivor, and so we had several kids on the team, and we talked about that before the game. I said, hey, we're playing for the district championship here, but we're playing for something else too. Play for that name on the back of your jersey. And I think when you're a teenager, you don't really grasp everything. You're a teenager. You think you're going to live forever. You don't really think about those kind of things. And I think it was a good thing for our boys to be able to step back and think, man, what's this really mean? And we talked about it before the game there, before kickoff, and I asked some of the guys who they're playing for. I know Dalton Gross's grandmother had passed, or grandfather had passed away from cancer, and I know that our Booster Club kind of took it to another level and said, well, let's just play for all cancer survivors. And I know when we were when I was at Perry Central, we had all cancer survivors or anybody that had been affected by that in their life come down on the field, and it was a good thing. Our Booster Club did a great job at the halftime, and I know our cheerleaders did a great thing. They took pink balloons over to the Lafayette fans for them to come down on the field at halftime of cancer survivors, and I think some of those people came down on the field and let the pink balloons go, and so it was a great night. And I hope that when we do this next year, I hope that everybody in the daggone county comes out to it, and because I know for everybody that wore a pink shirt that was bought from here or there, certain places that our athletic department football was going to give $1 for everybody that came through the gate. So maybe next year, I hope that next year we can make it even bigger and better, and make it to where we have 5 or 6 or 7 or 8,000 people at that daggone thing, and make it something really special. And it was special, and like I say, our Booster Club did a great job with it, and it was just one of those nights where you think, and I've never really had anybody in my immediately family affected by cancer, but I've had friends, mothers, and things like that. And I was asking people around the room there before kickoff and who they're playing for, and this and that and the other. And I asked Tucker Fair who he's playing for, and on the back of his jersey is Bessie Cochran. Well, a good friend of mine, Cecil Cochran, I played high school football with. His mother passed away from cancer, and boy, I tell you, that shook me up. That set me back a little bit, because I tell you, I love Betsy Cochran. She was just a great person, and I grew up with her, and me and Cecil go down there furniture store, and after Clark Moore's practice, and open up that pop machine and drink Cokes, and she was a good friend of my mother's, and just a wonderful human being. Would give you her last dollar, and that shook me up. I had to step back for a minute or two, and I couldn't say much. And heck, I looked around at my kids after the game. One of them said, "Coach, I had to go back in the shower and cry." But it was a good night, and I think it makes people think.
Well, and it all tied together with a good football performance and a good game, and now you get ready to go the next step, and we wish you luck as you march forward on the end up of this season.
Hopefully we'll be in here next week talking about a district title and who we're going to be playing in the playoffs.
We'll be back next week with Bert Browne and talk more about Madison Central football. I'm David Sullivan. We thank you for being with us this week. We'll see you next time.
We'd like to thank our sponsors: Luxury Pets, the home of the happy dogs; the law firm of Luxon and Patterson; Riptide on the River Restaurant; Hopper's Jewelry; Jerry Goebel State Farm Insurance Richmond; Dr. Dan Sipples Chiropractic Healthcare; Central Bank; Williams Tax and Financial Services; Regal Beagle Downtown Richmond; ERA Professional Hometown Services; Hall & Sons Auto Care; Be a Children's Champion; Reynolds Plumbing; Skipworth Veterinary Clinic; Super Save; Sight Savers Family Eye Care; Mackenzie Morgan Music; Davenport Custom Guitars, your local repair connection; First Gear in Richmond; Guardian Bank, home of the $250 deal. Listen to The Bert Browne Show on WWAG FM radio, real country playing stars and legends.
Hello, I'm David Sullivan.
And I'm Tommy Floyd, Superintendent with Madison County Schools.
We'd like to introduce you to two new high school sports programs. Watch the new Madison Central High School Football Coaches Show with Bert Browne and the Madison Southern High School Football Show with John Clark.
The shows will air on Madison County Schools Channel 9, as well as Time Warner Cable Channel 5.
Get in-depth thoughts and comments from coaches and players throughout the season. So if you enjoy local high school sports and the value and character they build, join us.
Because every student counts.
Hello, I'm David Sullivan.
I'm Bert Browne, head football coach at Madison Central High School.
Join us throughout the high school football season for the Bert Browne Coaches Show right here.
You can watch the Bert Browne Show on MadisonCentralFootball.com.
The Bert Browne Show is the property of Rosanbalm Communications, and distribution and recordings by any means is prohibited. To order quality copies of the program, please visit rosenbaumcommunications.com for information.